Yeah, I guess so. I guess we could look at that lots of ways. For me, turning values into value is that, you know, value. If you don't know what your values are, how do you know what value is, right? So, a value obviously is margin and money. Let's be first step. If you have a business that doesn't make any money, guess what? You're out of business. That's the least competent thing you can do. You just put a lot of people out of work. So no margin, no mission. But what we're saying is we have values in addition to just that. To me, if all you're doing is making a profit, that isn't so great. We can do a lot more than that. We can do profit and purpose, we hope. So for me, the one saying about talking about values, back to what we talked about before, when you bring in those other values of integrity or honesty or whatever they may be for you, it's really looking at how those add value in the marketplace to the business. For example, in the book we talk about Bright Horizons Family Solutions, largest provider of corporate daycare, early education, childhood education in the world. Linda Mason, Roger Brown, two great people. They early on, very, very important part of their values was giving children the best childhood they could as a daycare provider or as an educator. That meant very high quality child care. Back then in the mid-'80s, nobody was doing that. That was an important value to them, which almost sunk the company. In fact, I just talked with Gun Denhart, who we'll be with later tonight. And Gun, at one point, she was running her clothing company, Hannah Anderson's had a program called Hannah Downs, which was a credit you would get for returning your clothes so that they could be used for other children. It made her literally nationally famous. They cut that program because they had financial problems. What they didn't do is they didn't cut the quality of the product. Because for them, their values, a critical value was giving the children the best clothes they could. So knowing what those values are and what they're not, what's the really core values, and seeing how those then deliver value in the marketplace. In her case, people who want to buy high quality clothing or people who care about their kids want high quality daycare. That's what I'm talking about. So how do those things then translate into value in the marketplace? If they don't, you're running a philanthropy. But if you're running a business, it has to translate somehow into adding value for the customer.